All right, looking at your 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock appointments, your test 2 review. Okay, problem number 15 is asking you just to write your profit equation. Remember, profit equals revenue minus cost. Okay, revenue is what you bring in, so you're charging 60 cents a piece. So our profit of X is going to be 60 cents times X minus your cost, which was $300. All right, now using that same problem, they do ask you what is the reasonable domain and range for problem number 15. Okay, I'm going to do it back on the back slide because it'll be easier. The domain is going to be your X values. Remember, X's here are your candy bars, so your domain is going to be from 0 to 1200, and that has to be integers. You can't sell part of a candy bar. All right, and then to find your range, you're going to plug in 0 and 1200 into your profit equation. Okay, when I plug in 0, I'm just going to lose $300. And then when I plug in 1200, you're going to get 420. Okay, so there's your range and there's your domain, okay, which goes over here to problem 16. All right, problem number 17, draw a graph that's not a function. We talked about that. It just has to fail the vertical line test. So when you draw your graphic, it can be anything that fails the vertical line test. Every one of y'all could have something different. That fails the vertical line test. That fails the vertical line test. That fails the vertical line test. Okay, so it can be anything at all, as long as it fails the vertical line test. All right, given a set of ordered pairs to tell whether it's a domain, to tell whether it's a function, you look at the domain. Domain are your X values. Your X values cannot repeat. So as long as every one of your X values are independent, then you're good. If any of them repeat, then you're not. So this is a function and this is not a function. All right, same thing here on your graph. I know these graphs are horrible, y'all. 1, -2 is where I'm going to start. So if you can see my axes there. All right, 1, -2 is going to be here, and then I'm going to graph my slope, which is 1/3. Okay. Don't have to actually write the equation of the line there. That's what we did in class, but you don't have to do that. All right, Concert Hall has a total of 600 tickets available for an upcoming event. When they go on sale, they had sold 12 tickets per hour. Write an equation to represent the remaining tickets X hours after going on sale. Okay, so they sell 12 tickets per hour. They have 600. So to represent the total, it's going to be 600 minus 12 per hour. Okay, you can't sell more than 600, so 600 is your starting point there. All right, arithmetic and geometric sequences. Remember, these formulas will be on the board for you tomorrow whenever you take your test. So we're going to start with figuring out, is it arithmetic or geometric? If I do 12 minus 4, I get 8. 20 minus 12 also gives me 8, so that tells me it is arithmetic. So a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. They want you to write the formula. So our a1 is 4. Our difference is 8. And remember, most of y'all did pretty good about this on your quiz. You cannot leave it there. You do have to distribute and simplify. So a sub n should equal 8n minus 4. Arithmetic and geometric are the only two options you have, so it's either added or subtracted or multiplied or divided. All right, we talked about number 22. Finding the first 4 terms, you simply plug in 1, 2, 3, and 4. So 5 times 2 to the first, 5 times 2 to the second, 5 times 2 to the third, and 5 times 2 to the fourth. So 2 to the first is 2, 2 times 5 is 10, 2 squared is 4, 4 times 5 is 20, 2 cubed is 8, 8 times 5 is 40. At this point, you can recognize that it's just doubling every time. So we know that the next one is going to be 16 times 5, which is 80. That's number 22 in blue. All right, and then for number 23, write in the nth form of the sequence again. If you were to do arithmetic here, you would be subtracting. 4 minus 20 gives me negative 16. If I do negative 16 minus 20, I don't get 64. A telltale sign right there for you is that your signs alternate. That tells you it has to be geometric. And in order to do that, we do the second one divided by the first one. So our r is negative 4. So to write our formula, a sub n equals a sub 1 times r to the n minus 1. Do not simplify geometric formulas. So you are done here. Okay. All right, finding the 18th term, all you've got to do is plug in 18 for n. 7 times 18, that's going to be 70 plus 56. 126. Okay, negative 138. All right, talk to you about what y'all would probably do on number 25. Okay, so you have the first 4. You can tell they're multiplying by negative 2 every time. Okay, so a lot of y'all are just going to find the 10th term by continuing to do that. What I'm going to do is the way that I would like for you to do it is write the formula. Your a sub 1 is 2. Your r is negative 2. So if you're finding the 10th formula, it's going to be 10 minus 1. So you're going to plug that into your calculator. Please do 10 minus 1 in your head and get 9 first. Don't have to type 10 minus 1 in. So that's going to give us 2 times negative 2 to the 9th, which gives us negative 1,024. Again, you can get to it this way. Okay, and so on. Problem is, if I ask you for the 400th term, you're going to be there for a while. All right, number 26 wants you to find a sub 1. So we're still using the same formula. They gave you a difference here. So as Ricky points out all the time, that makes it arithmetic. So we've got a sub 1 equals, a sub n equals a sub 1 plus n minus 1 times d. We know our a sub n value is 18. We know our a1 is what we're looking for. We know our n is 4. Anytime you have a subscript, that's your n. And our difference was 6. So you just work backwards. 4 minus 1 is going to give me 3. 3 times 6 is going to give me 18. And when I subtract to get a1 by itself, my a1 was actually 0. All right, 27. You're adding 19 here, so when you add 19 again, your missing term should be 19. I don't have 28 for some reason. There's not a 28. That's why I don't have 28. All right, 29. Just kidding. Population of a town is increasing at a rate of 9% annually. The population in 2001 was 4,995. Write an equation that gives the population of the town, P of n years after 2001. Okay, so the first thing they want you to do is write your equation, and they want you to use P of n. Okay, so we're going to start with our initial, which is 4,995, times 1 plus or minus. You choose by the problem. Increasing means plus. Our rate is 9%, which is 0.09. Okay, to the t, to the x, to the n, whatever you want to. They use n in the problem, so we probably should put an n there. That's what would be on the EOC if you were taking it. Then they ask you to find out what the population will be in 2018. Okay, keyword though here is this n years after 2001. So you're going to do 2018 minus 2001. That gives you an n of 17. So that's right there is what you're going to type into your calculator. 4995 times 1.09 to the 17th gives me 21,616 And we are talking about population, so we'll just drop it off. You don't round up, even though it is a 0.5. You don't count partial people. All right, so that is your entire 6 o'clock and 9 o'clock appointment completed for you. Make sure that you have those completed tomorrow. If you watch this video and you circle problem number 7 on your answer sheet tomorrow, I'll give you extra credit. Circle problem number 7 on your answer sheet tomorrow on your test.